Hi, my name is Jeff Angelo, President of the Evergreen School District Foundation. EOCF is an important community partner, and I am excited to be a presenting sponsor for this event, a night of play benefiting local children and families. The Evergreen School District Foundation continues to bridge the gap between what the district's needs are and what they are given. We continue to fund scholarships, educational excellence grants, food pantries, and more, while hosting events like our annual Gala, and of course, my favorite, Taco Fest. We can't do this alone. We are looking for community leaders to step up and get involved. So if you are interested or need more information, contact us. Our website is evergreenschooldistrictfoundation.org. Thank you for your continued support.
Hello everyone, my name's Tom Teasdale, Vice President of Marketing for ALNA. It is with a warm heart and optimistic outlook we welcome you to today's event. During this trying time, events like these have given new meaning to the importance of supporting our community and everyone around us. ALNA is proud to support educational opportunities for children and families with a $5,000 sponsorship to support its mission in providing early childhood education and family support to Southwest Washington families. ALNA's giving program is designed to give back to the communities we serve by supporting organizations that seek to improve the quality of life, education, and environment of its citizens. Through our giving, we aim to strengthen our communities now and into the future. We are proud to support EOCF and their efforts to provide for our community members. Their dedication in providing Southwest Washington comprehensive early childhood education and family support serves as an example we can all look to in terms of strengthening our community. Considering EOCF's over 270 dedicated team members and 52 years of operation, you can just imagine how many lives have been touched through their work. Thank you for inviting us to today's event. We look forward to the day when we can all be together again in person to celebrate this important cause.
Dear friends of EOCF, partners, and our community, on behalf of the Board of Directors, welcome to our annual Gala. We're here tonight to celebrate our efforts to connect, empower, and transform the 1,100 plus kiddos enrolled and their families. Without your support, the activities and services we can provide to the underserved children and families of our community cannot be enhanced. I came to EOCF subsequent to a career in the judicial branch. In my role, I saw those families and children whom society and services had failed. Families going through divorce, child custody, domestic violence, juvenile dependency where a family could not provide basic care of food, housing, and clothing to a child, or guardianship proceedings where a grandparent had to ask the court for custody of their child's child due to alcohol and drug addiction. From that perspective, I was ecstatic to become a member of the EOCF board and in a position to help break cycles of need through the mission of EOCF. Our diverse board membership is comprised of fantastic individuals who all share the passion to help families and children in need. We want to do more beyond the state and federal mandates that restrict the ingenuity and creativity of what is possible. Our board and our CEO extraordinaire, Rika Strong, are committed to pushing the envelope, looking for expanding creative opportunities to do more. Tonight, with your generosity, we will be able to accomplish our collective, non-mandated visions to better help to connect, empower, and transform. One fact that is worth mentioning here, where a child ends up on a social educational scale in kindergarten is where they end up in life. We are here to make sure that the EOCF kiddos have equitable footing with all of the other kids in our community. I want to share a simple vignette that exemplifies our commitment and a result of being an EOCF student. In visiting one of the school sites, I was able to observe a few minutes of classroom instruction. All the kiddos were attentive to the teacher except one student. His name is Abraham, and he'd been enrolled for about 6 weeks. He was off to the side of the group, curled up with his back to the teacher. At playtime, I joined the kids outside where I met Abraham, who grabbed my pinky finger and proceeded to show me around the play yard, including describing all the toys, bikes, structures, and little house. He simply melted my heart that day. I visited the same site the next school year. Abraham was sitting directly in front of the teacher, totally attentive, and raising his hand every time to answer the teacher's questions. When we went out to the play yard, the little guy was having a great time riding a 3-wheel bike and playing with all the other kids. That's what time in EOCF programs can do for the kids. So let's have fun tonight and celebrate the children and families of EOCF. There's so much more to do, and we at EOCF are willing to push the limits for our vulnerable community. Thank you.
Welcome to a night of play. Thank you for coming tonight and making a difference for kids like me. My name is Mia Smith, and I'm a graduate of EOCF's Ellsworth Early Learning Center. I enjoy reading, playing with friends, and spending time with Grandma and Papa, and playing with my dog Sophie. My favorite thing about my time at EOCF was all of the teachers, the play structure, and the bikes, and taking breaks with Miss Tamara. When I grow up, I want to be a police officer or a fighter. Now check out my amazing skills right here. Take number 77, action. Hi, my name is Mia, and I'm in kindergarten. I used to be a student at EOCF, and my mom, Lisa Smith, is helping other kids like me transition into kindergarten from EOCF. I learned a lot at EOCF. I learned the alphabet, the sounds the letters make, and how to count all the way to 100. Knowing so much stuff is helping me in kindergarten because I already know what the teacher is telling me. Since I already know how to do so much, the teacher gives me special jobs. I like teaching the class the days of the week song and helping at circle time, teaching the alphabet and numbers. EOCF also taught me how to be a good classmate and make friends at school. All of these things made starting kindergarten a breeze. And if you haven't noticed, I can read. I'm almost 6. My birthday is December 29th. I think I'm doing pretty good so far. Bye!
Okay, I don't know whose plan it was to have me have to speak after her, but that's cold-blooded. What a doll, right? For those of you who don't know who I am, I'm Rika Strong. I'm the CEO here at EOCF, and that baby and babies like her are the reason why I get up excited to go to work every single day. I would be remiss if I didn't acknowledge this beautiful little girl's mother. Lisa, can you give us a hand? Or give us a wave? And Lisa was a policy a council chair member, and now she's a member of my board. So her mom is my boss. And I have a feeling that Mia someday will be my boss. If you all didn't notice, what Mia was doing there in the first video, she was actually reading from a teleprompter. And as she told you, she turned 6 in December. So at 5 years old, this baby could read. She left our program with the ability to read. The second video that you saw of Mia, she actually wrote her own script and was reading it. And so that is just one example of thousands that our program gets to have impact, or how our program gets to have impact on these babies that we have the opportunity to serve. A couple other things that I want you all to think about. When you look at Mia, you may think, wow, she's done a phenomenal job. She's moved through this program. She's absolutely garnered for success. Whatever she decides to do, she will be doing. But do you know that Mia is not the person who gets the greatest gift from our services or from early learning? There was a study that was actually done, and what they found is it's not the immediate kid that's in our program who has the most benefit. It's her children, her child. So it's the next generation. And so not only are we making impact on her, but we have a multi-generational support model where we actually wrap around the entire family. So while we're supporting Mia, we're supporting Mia's mother, we're supporting Mia's family structure to make sure that she ultimately gets the success that she's headed for in life. And, boy, perfect cue. And when you think about our community's holistic desire to transform lives, or to break generational poverty, or to break generational trauma, this is the kind of model that you need for that to be successful, right? We also know that our families had a rough year last year. Many of us did, right? So isn't it good to just be in person with people in community, right? That feels good. And to our virtual folks out there, we are happy that you're in community with us also tonight. Thank you for being here. But yeah, last year was rough, and our families needed us, and they needed us outside of the classroom. And we're very proud to say that over the course of COVID, EOCF did not stop serving families. We served them all the way through the summer, all the way through fall in this program year. We provided 450,000 meals to our families. This is outside of the classroom. Shout out to our chef, Mike, over here. We actually have a real chef that provides nutritious meals for our families. And those of you who have your little VIP package at home virtually, Chef Mike is the one who prepared those meals. But we served 450,000 meals to our families. We purchased over 700 $100 gift cards to help our families with food insecurity. We purchased 200 iPads, hotspots, electronic devices, so that our kids who couldn't be with us in person had the opportunity to fully engage. We didn't want them to miss out on anything. And continued to serve over 1,000 families over the past year. The other thing that's super cool when you think about impact is that we have been around for over 50 years, 53 years. And during that time, just children, we have touched the lives of 30,000 kids. That's phenomenal. Phenomenal impact. Now, a little bit more about our families. You saw some of the numbers up there. 66% of the kids that we serve are kids of color, right here in Clark County. And because our work is centered in diversity, equity, and inclusion, those babies leave our program with no disparities. So all of our kids, regardless of race or culture or where they come from, they are all leaving with the exact same skill set. Typically what you see in programs is that maybe kids that are in poverty or kids of color seem to be kind of sliding a little bit. Not in our programs. Every single one of our kids leave with reaching all of their indicators of success. And they move into kindergarten ready to learn, ready to show up, and ready to go. And that is the work of our amazing team. So I just want to say thank you all so much for showing up tonight, whether you're here in person, whether you're online. Even if you couldn't be here tonight and you sent us a donation or a sponsorship, we thank you so much for that. And thank you for the opportunity to make impact on our community's most precious commodity, and that's our babies. All right. So are we ready to have some fun tonight, right? We're here at Big House, right? All right, so it's time to bring out your inner child and maybe your inner wallet. Hopefully your wallet's not like my kids' wallet because they broke. So leave that part at home. Without further ado, I'm happy to bring back our MCs of tonight. They were asked to come back by popular demand, and these two guys put the F-U in fun.
Yeah.
So with that, let's bring up James O'Neill and Bart Hansen to take us through the rest of the evening. Thanks, you guys.
Nations and winners tonight.
Early learning champions at this time. We'd like to turn the early learning champions who are with us tonight. Okay. At this time, we'd like to thank and turn to the early learning champions who are with us tonight. These individuals are being recognized for their leadership in championing the cause of early learning and for their commitment of time, talent, and treasure. And a special shout out to our friends of the EOCF who have had the difficult job of selecting the winners from all of the nominations we received.
Stop, stop, stop. We have a Yeti cooler giveaway. I was just told I cannot leave the stage until we do the Yeti cooler giveaway.
Yeti.
I don't know what to do at this point. I was just told, drum roll. Now I'm not going to be able to hear.
Wow, he is on it with that drum. Ladies and gentlemen, Brad Wager.
Cindy Holloway is the winner of the Yeti cooler. I really could have said any name and it wouldn't have mattered, but that is true. That's true. Cindy Holloway. All right.
Now we have some footage to run.
Am I done?
We're not done yet. We still have some footage.
Roll. No, I don't need help. I'm fine.
Roll video.
Roll the video.
I met Cheryl when she first came to work in the family engagement component at EOCF 22 years ago. For the past 3 years, I have had the opportunity to work more closely with Cheryl on the executive management team. When I thought about who to nominate for the Alan Ham Leadership Award, Cheryl instantly came to mind. Often we think of leaders as being extroverted, vocal, and exuberant. Cheryl's leadership is quiet, thoughtful, intelligent, yet powerful. As the Director of Human Resources, Cheryl's work runs the gamut when it comes to supporting and encouraging staff, celebrating employees' accomplishments, providing resources for wellness and health, and guiding us through the challenges that can come along with an organization this large. Through all of this, Cheryl's grace and positive regard for each employee is profound. These qualities are seen in the depth of her care for the professional, health, and financial wellness of each employee. They are evident in her conversations, interactions, and the advocacy she brings to the executive management team and in the decisions that we make. A fond memory I have was when Cheryl's son Ian was called up to pitch for the White Sox in a game against the Red Sox, Cheryl's favorite team. Her face lit up and everything about her was smiling. I'm pretty sure in that game she was rooting for the White Sox. That was one of her exuberant moments. It is my pleasure to congratulate Cheryl on being presented with the 2021 Alan Ham Leadership Award.
Hi, I'm Rochelle Crockett, and I'm here to let you know a little bit about why I nominated Jessica Kaufman for the Early Learning Champion Award. I met Jessica 3 years ago when I first came on board at EOCF. It quickly became clear to me that she is truly an advocate for children, their families, and teachers. She has dedicated the last 24 years to ensure that young children receive the services that they need to be successful in school and in life. Last summer, during the pandemic, many families struggled to obtain a consistent supply of diapers. Jessica took it upon herself to set up a collection drive and quickly helped to fill that need. The drive collected and distributed nearly 14,000 diapers. Jessica noticed that many of our children have experienced trauma, and she helped lead a Trauma to Resilience pilot program for 5 of our centers, which has now grown to 10 classrooms this year. We are seeing significant growth in how those children take care of themselves, their friends, and their community. Jessica introduced mindfulness training to our staff and continually promotes the importance of self-care. She takes what she has learned from the Trauma to Resilience program and uses that to promote the positive team environment for her own staff. And as serious as her work is, Jessica maintains a sense of humor, and she is probably one of the best storytellers on our team. Everyone is glad to see her in a meeting because you know she's going to have a funny story to tell. One of those stories is a favorite Jessica memory for me. She told about how her photo was captured on her trail camera while wearing her bathrobe and slippers. It was the moment she gained the nickname Elma Fudd. Join me in congratulating Jessica Kaufman as the recipient of the 2021 Early Learning Champion Award.
Good evening. It is my honor to thank each of you for your ongoing support of EOCF. As a former program parent, I know firsthand the amazing services and impact we have on children and families. Our short time with them lends itself to years of positive impact and trajectory. A big thank you to each of you. Tonight, I would like to shine the light on an absolutely amazing individual and gift to EOCF, our agency's registered nurse, Jane Hanu. Through my 20 years here at EOCF, I have worked along 14 RNs, each one wonderful in their own way. However, we were fortunate to have the world align and gift us Jane Hanu at the beginning of the 2019-2020 program year. Little did we know what we had in store for our program, community, and the world in her first 6 months with EOCF. The role of early learning nurse is challenging as is, let alone learning the ins and outs of licensed childcare, Head Start and ECAP programs, agency policies and procedures, and the endless multitude of tasks to be completed. Let us then toss in a worldwide pandemic and realize that we as an agency will work together, however, ultimately have a need to rely heavily upon our nurse. Jane has stepped up to the task with grace. I nominated Jane for too many reasons to list tonight. To summarize, Jane has stepped up to a quick learning curve into the world of health and early learning, faster than anyone I have met. Jane was and continues to be a pivotal point of our pandemic response and the day-to-day work to keep our staff and children healthy and safe. If that was not enough, Jane puts on her tennis shoes and works in the classroom providing direct health care and support for children with special health care needs so that they can thrive and succeed in school despite diagnosis. Oh, and did I mention Jane was continuing education during all of this and has recently acquired her BSN. Congratulations, Jane. Jane's work ethic has improved our resource team and our agency. Many of us describe Jane as our calm. She's definitely my calm. I consider her a great coworker, friend, and a gift. I'm so proud to work along with her. I know Jane, and she will tell you that she is honored and that she is the lucky one. It goes both ways, and we cannot have done all this without Jane. That is why I nominated Jane as the Early Learning Staff Person of the Year. Thank you, Jane. Well done.
Ken, our facilities lead who made this nomination, has been working with Chris for several years here at EOCF. I've known Chris quite a few years also through my previous employer, Evergreen Public Schools. Yet, It wasn't until we told them about this award that we learned that Terry Joy owns Able Fence. That speaks volumes as to the values and leadership of Able Fence. What Ken saw in Chris and Able Fence matches my experience. They are responsive, knowledgeable, fair-priced, understanding, and they're willing and ready to meet us at a location to talk about our options and come up with a solution on budget and on time. Callbacks have never happened with Chris and his team. As we move to a temporary location, Chris is willing to remove existing fencing and gates to move them to a temporary location to save cost. That is customer service, and he always has a positive outlook. Thank you, Chris and Terry and Able Fencing, for your ongoing support. You are deserving of this award.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
You know, Bart, I don't think it could have gone any smoother.
There you go.
Evening. No hiccups. No
Anytime
hiccups.
you have to be a listener and not a talker.
I should not do either. I have to throw a huge thank you to Wendy and Kylie with Planet Renee with Repanet.
Renee, thank you.
The strength they have to get through the night of instructing me through. I can't thank you enough, Wendy. I seriously could not have got this. I couldn't have got done without it.
You couldn't have.
MVP, all-star.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're at the end. Let's drink, be merry, socialize, get some bowling in, get some, definitely have some really good air hockey out there, and have yourself a good time.
And you know what?
Thank you.
When you see a Big Al's employee, staff, Daniel Kirkwood, anybody, please extend a thank you. Big thank you for them opening up the doors this evening for this event. So thank you again, Big Al's.
Grab a swag bag on your way out. Swag bag on your way out. Good times.
Wait, from the casino, swag bag. Good stuff.
Yes,
Good
very
stuff.
good stuff.
Good stuff.
You're gonna enjoy it. Ladies and gentlemen, enjoy your night. Thank you so much. You've been a great crowd. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for supporting the cause. Thank you.